Yikes! When the moment that Marshall Kitty, Rocky Kitty, and Chase Kitty and Scout were accidentally stuck on a rocket. By the way, this has shown in the episode Runaway Rocket, where Trixie says, "Oh no, 3 of my kitties are stuck on that rocket." Where Trixie says, "Whoa, guys, look out!" Where Trixie says, "Look out!" Where Scout says, "Don't worry, Trixie, I'll get your kitties for you." Where Scout says, "Okay, kitties, come to me." Where Scout says, "I got them." Where Scout says, "Oh no, now I'm stuck on the rocket." Where Scout says, "And now we're flying away." Where Kai says, "We need the Deer Squad says, Planet Power Boost." Also, the Deer Squad wants to say Marshall Kitty, Chase Kitty, and Rocky Kitty, and Scout from that rocket ship. Where Scout says, "I don't want to be up there, I just want to get down." Where Scout says, "Don't worry, kitties, we'll be fine." Where Kai says, "Guys, wait, that is a grizzly." Where Kai says, "Well, lucky for us, that grizzly is fast asleep. But the only way to wake up the grizzly is loud noise. Loud noise can wake up the grizzly." And then the kitties meow and Scout screaming in the rocket and just woke up the grizzly. Where Bobby says, "Guys, I think the rocket it just woke up the grizzly." Where Ramy says, "Let's get out of here." Also, Scout says, "You guys, look, it's the Deer Squad." Where Scout says, "They're coming to rescue us." Where Scout says, "Don't worry, kitties, they'll rescue us as long as we don't crash too." Where Scout says, "Dad!" Where Scout says, "Oh no, it's the big stanky garbage dump." Where Scout says, "Help!" Where Ramy says, "We have to hurry, Kai. The kitties and Scout are almost at the garbage dump." Yikes, the Deer Squad had to act fast. The kitties and Scout are almost at the garbage dump. Luckily, when Lola grabbed the Marshall Kitty, and luckily Kai grabbed the Chase Kitty, and Ramy grabbed the Rocky Kitty, and Scout jumped on top of Bobby, where Scout says, "Hey, you saved us!" Where Trixie says, "Deer Squad, you finally saved my kitties." Or when Scout says, "Oh, no, I'm the only one who used the gross spice." You know what happens if you use a lot of gross spice. Where Scout says, "Because don't use too much gross spice." The Scout said, "Because that will be bad, that will be bad." The Scout said, "That's odd. Gross spice bottle is empty." Where Scout says, "Oh, now I see. They must have all spilled and made the giant apple." The Scout said, "Giant apple?" Also, Rocky Kitty says, "Oh no, Scout is trapped inside a giant apple." Where Kai says, "Kitty, are you okay?" Where Rocky Kitty says, "I'm okay, but I can't catch up to that giant apple." Where Lola says, "What giant apple?" Where Rocky Kitty says, "That giant apple." Where Kai says, "Whoa, that's the biggest apple I ever seen." Where Lola says, "And Scout stuck inside." Where Kai says, "We need the Planet Power Boost." Also, Kai says, "Kitty, watch your step." Then Rocky Kitty says, "My step? Oh, my shoelace must be untied." Then he said, "Nope, must be the other foot." Then he said, "Wait a second. Planet Power Boosts don't have shoelaces." Where Rocky Kitty says, "Uh-oh. The giant apple turned on all the construction machines." Where Scout says, "I want to get off." Where Octavia says, "Me, my violin, and that giant apple." Then Octavia says, "Giant apple?" Where Rainbow Dash says, "And I got giant apple." Also, Scout says, "Don't worry. The Deer Squad and Trixie's kids are coming to save us as long as we don't fall into..." Where Scout says, "Uh-oh, it's the bubbly swamp." Where Scout says, "Help!" Where Scout says, "Phew, that was close."